I am here today with Julie. What's your last name?
Salerno.
Salerno from, tell me, Party, Paper, and Things.
Excellent.
Right?
Very good. Yep.
And you have been here, what, like 20 years?
19 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this year, 19 years. And the business has been around 10 years before it, when I bought it. My dad and I bought it in 2006.
Okay.
And it was 10 years in existence before. It was across the street from where we are now.
Like, how did you get into this business?
So
What was the interest?
So I had no interest. I was a police officer.
You were?
Yeah, in Bedford, New York.
My father was a cop.
Yeah, 22 years I did there, and I got hurt. I had fractured my eye socket on a call, and they retired me. And I was like, I need to do something. And my best friend from the police department, her aunt had married the gentleman who owned the business when it was across the street.
Oh.
And he unfortunately suddenly had passed away.
Oh.
So she inherited it, but she didn't actually want it. And my dad, who was a pharmacist and had a business for years, had semi-retired. And I said to him, maybe this would be something we could do together.
Nice.
And so we decided to go into the thing and go into contracts and all that good stuff. And then the landlord across the street, the landlord said, you know, we don't need a party store in Cos Cob. And my dad was like, really? It's been here for 10 years. What do you care? He's like, oh, you're not open on Sundays and blah, blah, blah. And it was a whole big rigmarole. So we had to kind of start from square one because we had already bought the business basically.
Right.
And we were ready to open up and, you know, turnkey January 1st. And now we had to find a place. And luckily, this little tiny white house across the street was a soccer shop. And there was a young man in here who was from Italy.
Okay.
But he wanted to go back home. And the landlord here said, not until you saw the lease, you could find somebody to take your lease over, then I'll let you out of it. And I walked around and I thought, you know, across the street, it was a very large store, 3 aisles, very long. And I thought, where am I going to put everything?
Yeah, and you got a lot of stuff.
And Dad and I kind of figured it out, and we built some shelves and we redid some things. And, you know, 19 years later, we survived the 2008 downtrodden of the economy, and we survived the pandemic. I had a lovely customer sort of help me through the pandemic with an idea that took off. It was called I Miss Your Face. So the idea was that she started it, Victoria Haynes. I have to give her credit because she was great. And she came to me one day and she said, I think this would be great for you. And it's like somebody would send balloons to say, hey, we're missing you during these times when we can't be together. And it was just like a small venture. And I would come in. I was here after, you know, we had to close down because we weren't essential workers, right? So I came back in and we started this whole thing. She started it. She sent 10 bouquets of balloons to friends. And she made a card up. And it basically said, at this time when we're not together because of the pandemic, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you.
Oh,
and
so sweet.
And
I didn't get any of those.
No, I don't know what to tell you. I did thousands.
Wow.
From April 1st to June 30th, when I finally was able to reopen, I was here now. I was here 7 days a week.
Oh my gosh.
By myself.
Wow.
For most of it. Coming in, blowing balloons up, tying them to a weight, fixing it, and then delivering them to the houses. We were able to pivot and we were able to survive. And the love that is shown by the people in the community that have sort of embraced this little tiny store that it is over the years, it's really why I'm still here, because I would like to retire at some point.
You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You know what? When you're engaged in the community so much, people would miss you terribly, right? And there's a need. I mean, there's no more Party City anymore, right? I'm sure your business has gone up since that's gone.
Yes.
But so tell us about what you have in the shop. You have
we have a little bit of standard stuff for everything. We have paper goods that are a little bit more high end, the Kaspari, which everybody likes. We have some kid-friendly paper goods for all occasions, but mostly for birthdays and seasonal events. Like,
and
we
I
have
saw
Easter
that you
stuff
have
now.
Oh yeah, you have beautiful Easter
We
stuff.
have some Easter stuff going here.
And I saw in the back you have school.
We did.
The
school
Greenwich
plates
High
and
School,
napkins.
Greenwich Academy, Brunswick.
Yep.
Personalized plates.
We did the personalized plates and napkins. The lunch size come from a company. And then we started to design the cocktail napkins, which are similar to here, and the cups. And it's another company that we can deal with. And one of the young high schoolers that is now a college kid that I had working for me at Saturdays or whatever, she does the designs for me, and it's really great. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's exhausting at times. We're only open 6 days a week. So we have like basically all of the stuff that you would find in a Party City, but in the size of a shoebox. That's the way I describe it. I have all the things a big box store would have. We have, we have aluminum trays, we have sternos, we have things that sort of out of the ordinary that people are going, really, you have that? I'm like, yeah, we do. But not in bulk.
Right. So. Well, I think it's amazing. I love your store. I think it's definitely a niche, that the community needs. Yeah. And thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thanks. And thank you for giving me this little interview.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming in. I really appreciate it.